G'day and welcome to episode 2 of the Lithgow LA105. In this episode, we are focused on the accuracy of the LA105. We had a little bit of fun in our previous video, just fouling up the rifle and becoming familiar with the platform. 2 confirmed hits at a mile. Now we're going to be a little bit more critical and test our accuracy groups at 100 meters and at distance. Let's head to the range and test the accuracy on the Lithgow LA105. So now we're back at the range, we're going to test the accuracy of the LA105 at 100 meters. We've got approximately 60 rounds down the barrel so far, so it should be enough to start seeing some really good accuracy out of this system. I still expect to see a velocity change between 60 and 100 rounds. That's normally when I'd start doing some load development with a firearm because you know that the barrel is pretty much where it's going to sit for quite a while. We're going to test 2 types of ammunition again. We're going to test our hand loads running the Hornady 140 grain ELDM projectile. We're also going to test some running the Sierra 140 grain Match King. Okay, we're at 100 meters. Let's test the accuracy with the Lithgow LA105. Okay, and here are our results at 100 meters. Pretty impressive. The Hornady is obviously a larger group, though very consistent with the group's shape. We've also pulled off one very nice group sitting up high. It's not a bad one at all down here as well. The Sierra, this rifle obviously loves the Sierra 140 grain. So accuracy out of the rifle, extremely impressed. We'll take this target back indoors so we can actually measure these groups and see how well this went. Okay, so now we're back indoors so that we can get a precise measurement of our 100 meter accuracy with the LA105. It's pretty obvious that the firearm loved the Sierra 140 grain, but we're gonna take a quick look at the Hornady just so that we compare our worst and our best groups. So our worst group with the Hornady hand loads was 0.965 of an inch was our worst group. Our best group was actually 0.276 of an inch. Obviously the load will shoot, but it's not as consistent as I would like in this platform. Let's take a look at the Sierra groups. So we have a group here of 0.276 of an inch. That's our best group and our first group with the Sierras. Our worst group was 0.718 of an inch. Absolutely beautiful for a factory rifle. Our other groups were 0.312 and 0.505. So out of the 12 rounds, if we put those groups together and average it, it comes to 0.452 of an inch. So under half-inch accuracy out of a factory rifle, just straight out of the box. So now that we have a solid baseline of our accuracy at 100 meters, we're gonna head out to distance and test the LA105 at 3, 4, and 500 meters. First target, 3 rounds at 300 meters. Five rounds at 400 meters. And lastly, we're going to test 5 rounds at 500 meters. Okay, so we've got our 3 rounds at 300 meters. Let's have a look at how we went. My aiming mark was actually here, so our data is pretty good. Let's have a quick measurement. So our overall group size from center to center is approximately 2.9 inches. So we're about spot on 1 MOA for this distance. So not too bad at all. Our elevation is approximately 1.7 inch. That's a little bit better. So now we're approaching our 400 meter target. Let's see how it went. Not bad at all. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4 with an overall group size of approximately, well, pretty darn exact, because I can see the brass in the center of the in point, of 2.8 inches at 400 meters. Very happy with that. And we have an overall elevation of approximately 1.3 inches at 400 meters. So why do I measure width and elevation? Mainly because I can't control the wind. Our rifle will in fact do better than this, but this is what I'm capable of in these conditions, not accounting for wind, just trying to have 4 consistent rounds at 400 meters. And honestly, pretty close to half MOA, elevation of 1.3 inches is absolutely amazing. So the elevation is gonna have less of an effect between shot to shot. So it's a pretty good representation of what this rifle is actually capable of at this distance if you exclude all other factors. Okay, so here we are at our 500 meter target. Yet again, the group is to the left, but I wasn't going to shift. I needed to square up to center, but I'm more worried about group size than anything else. Not unhappy with that at all. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pretty impressive group for a factory rifle at 500 meters. Group size, nearest to furthest is approximately 3.6 inches from center to center. And if we just have a look at our elevation height, we're about 2.7, 2.8 inches in elevation. Okay, so I'm extremely happy with the accuracy of the LA105. The last thing that I want to test in the function of this firearm is cycling. I've got a 10 round magazine here. I'm just going to cycle the 10 rounds. I'll do this twice just to see how well it feeds. So we have 10 rounds in here. Okay, beautiful. We'll do that once more. Okay, and we're just going to do a slow cycle because sometimes that's what will trip the rifle up. Okay, so overall, extremely impressed with those results. We're going to head back inside and we're going to have our final thoughts on the LA105. So final thoughts on the Lithgow LA105. I think the video speaks for itself. This rifle shoots phenomenal, it's very nice to be behind, and it has all the features I need for a precision rifle. This rifle shoots as well as my custom firearm, so I can't argue with that for the price point. In today's precision rifle market, there are a million options. If you don't want to go down the route and build a whole custom rifle, or if you don't want to have to purchase a cheaper rifle and customize it to get up to this sort of standards, then the LA105 is a perfect off-the-shelf platform that you can pick up, throw on an optic and head to the range. So if you're in the market for a precision rifle and you like to support Australian made, check out the Lithgow LA105.